Hello. Hi. I'm coming on here because I didn't make like a pre-made video for today. So I decided to come on here and just chat with you and talk to you live. I've been feeling one that like I really wanted to celebrate the Halloween weekend. And so I spent most of my time celebrating instead of making a video for this week. And I'm definitely not one of those YouTubers who like has stuff made ahead of time. Yeah. Hi, Kelly. So if y'all have questions about anything or just want to chat, feel free to throw it in the chat because I'm just here to hang out. You just got new skates, Brenda. What kind of skates did you get? I have been just drooling over so many of the colors of skates recently, and I have been absolutely just like, ooh, blue, light blue and yellow. Oh my gosh, so cute. I can't remember if it was intentionally blank or like some other skate, and it was a white skate and it had black hearts all over it. And I was like, oh my God, that is so cute. I've been stopping myself from studying my skates. I've wanted to do it like multiple times, like multiple times. I've been wanting to put studs on my skates recently, but like I know it's a bad idea because like chances are high that with as aggressive as I am of a skater, like the studs are going to come off and then they're going to trip me or they're going to trip someone else and then I'll be really sad. So I'm not going to do it, but like how cool would a studded skate be? So cool. Where are good skating trails? I can skate. I do live close to Long Beach, so any trails will help. So you know what's a really good trail is there is the LA River Trail. I actually did that one time and it was really, really fun. And I think pretty much any river trail, like any of the like riverbeds, there's a bike trail. You could skate on those. I really like the LA River Trail. It goes really far, so you can join it pretty much anywhere that you're at. And yeah, so I really like that one. I really like the beach path in Long Beach. I also like the beach path in, is it Redondo? I think Redondo has a really nice beach path. Um, Pretty much any beach path I'm down for, even if it's gonna be kind of rough. But Long Beach is like super smooth. And it has Junipero Hill, which is awesome. Hey, Annalyn. Another good skating trail. You know what you should do? You should download this app. There's an app called, let me see if I still have it downloaded. Yeah, it's called Traillink, like Trail link. And Traillink is an app that will help you find trails. And if you put rollerblading, I think rollerblading is an option on this app. And then you're able to like find trails near you that are good for rollerblades or like good for bicycling and then like try and skate them. That's one of the things that's been on my list of wanting to do. Like I want to go through a bunch of different trails and skate them. That's definitely on my list of things that I would love to do. Hi, the queer runner. How are you? I am doing well. I was not feeling too good yesterday. I think that I poisoned myself. um, some of you may know this, some of you may not know this. You definitely know this if you listen to Skate Date, which is the podcast that me and Chev do. But I am not a good cook. I'm a good cook sometimes, but I don't have much kitchen awareness, meaning like I'm not really good at knowing like when I can still eat things or when they've gone bad. And some of the stuff from me and Chev had a Halloween party, and some of the stuff from the Halloween party, I think that I know I left them out. I left them out like overnight, and then I ate them the next day, and I felt like trash. And I still a little bit feel like trash. But you know, it's fine. But I'm feeling a lot better today, but that's why I didn't like over the weekend. I was so busy celebrating Halloween that I didn't really make a video. And then I was going to do it yesterday and I woke up and I was like, I feel like death. So I slept for like 12 hours. Yeah, the Long Beach one is so good. Oh, awesome. You did the Suns Out, Buns Out rollout. That's amazing. You lost a nut while skating? Yeah, that is devastating. I've had that happen before too. Did your whole wheel pop off? Because that's happened to me. Yeah, it's a really cool app. So if you don't have it, Traillink, it's a free app and it's like really, really helpful. Help, I'm a noob and I'm shook about stopping. My foot just skids and pops up and down on the ground. Christina, what kind of stopping are you trying to do? I'm guessing that you're trying to do T-stops. Let me know what kind of T-stops that you're trying, or what kind of stops you're trying to do. Did you do a weird food thing? I didn't do a weird, okay, I didn't make a weird food thing. The thing that I made was I made jalapeno mummies. They were vegan. They were an absolute hit. Everyone loved them. No one else got sick. But then I left out the like 2 jalapeno mummies, and they have fake cream cheese and fake regular cheese in them. And I think that because I left them out overnight slash and also half a day and they're supposed to be refrigerated, I think that probably wasn't good. I also left out some pudding. I made like worms and dirt with like Oreo crumbs and gummy worms. And those are really good, but then I also left them out and then I ate one. And then I also left out a 7-layer dip overnight. So like I just made bad choices is essentially what's happening. But yeah. Hi. Yeah, it was not fun, but I survived. I slept for like literally I went to bed at like 7 p.m. last night and I slept until like 10 a.m. because I had to. Um, okay, toe stop. I'm sure I have sure grips with bionic toe stops. Are you stopping like are you skating forward and then stopping by putting your foot down like this with the toe stop like this? Or are you turn around toe stopping and then putting your foot down in the back? Like which toe stop are you doing? Because the toe stop when you're like going forward and then you drag the foot behind, I don't advocate for that one. It's definitely a type of stop that you can do, but there are too many. I think that that one's dangerous. I think that there's too high of a possibility that you can break your ankle if you end up going at high speeds and then you use that as a default. So what I would do is I would start working on the T-stop, which is where you have your foot like this and then your other foot so it looks like this, and your foot is sideways and all 4 of your wheels are on the ground and you're like sliding to a stop. I have a video about that. You should watch it. Worms and dirt, yes. Worms and dirt is like my low-key favorite snack. I'm like obsessed with it. It's so good. I don't know what it is about chocolate pudding, Oreos, and gummy worms that taste so good together. But not only do they taste good together, but it's also like nostalgic AF. Like so good. So good. Was just about to make worms and dirt today because I remember you talking about it recently. Yeah, no, seriously, baby skate, you got to do it because it's so good. And every time I make it, I do not regret it. I think one thing that I also want to start making because it is now November is I want to start making hot drinks. Like, I feel like I never make hot drinks, but right now I have like a jug of apple cider. And if you heat that up, and you put like cinnamon and nutmeg and pumpkin spice seasoning in it. Oh my gosh, it's to die for. And then if you're feeling like adding a little something something to it, if you put vanilla vodka in it, so good. So good. No skills, can't turn around yet. Yeah, I would definitely try to master. Oh yeah, at least I agree with that. I try and master the plow stop first, and then I move on to a T-stop, and then I'd work on the turnaround toe stop. Yeah, definitely. But look at the video, how to stop on roller skates that I have. And I teach you how to do a plow stop, a turnaround toe stop, and a T stop. So like working on those three, I think definitely. Turnaround toe stop is a little bit more advanced though. When you crush the Oreos, do you remove the white filling first? I don't, because I love the white filling. And if you crush it enough, you can't even see the white filling. Like the white filling is nowhere. Like usually I'll just take Oreos, I'll put them in a bag, and then I'll just like smash them a bit. And then I have a rolling pin, so I'll roll over it in with it in the bag still. And then I'll just try and get it as small as I can, like crushed as much as possible, because even though it's tempting to have it while where it's still chunky, and it is still good when like the Oreos are still pieces, it's like so much better if the Oreo is like completely made into like little dirt dust. So much better. Yeah. I'm a noob myself, but it makes me feel better that I can just do very little and eventually come to a stop. Heck yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, when I was a newer skater, helping other newer skaters to learn tricks or to learn like basic stuff, it was really invigorating for me. Like it made me feel better, and it also made me feel more confident, because what I learned when I started teaching other people is that there's so many approaches to do the same trick or the same skill, that like the way that they process it might actually help you to enhance your skills. So like I learn from people all the time. Like I'm constantly learning about how to better myself and my skills based off of how other people approach different moves. And I think that's like so what one of the most beautiful things about the skate community is that everyone's just like helping each other out and like learning things and like doing things together. So yeah. Oh my gosh, mulled cider. Yeah. I also was thinking about making some mulled wine too, because I feel like mulled wine is the jam. Like, I don't know if you've ever had mulled wine. I don't even like, I'm not, I don't drink wine all the time, but mulled wine, if that was available to me all the time, I do think that I would be like very keen on having it all the time. But then again, like I live in Southern California where most of the year it's super hot. And if it's super hot, having a hot beverage like mulled wine, it is not fun. I just think that there's something magical about like when it's cold, having a hot drink. I mean, everyone thinks that probably. But yeah. What app? Oh, it's called Traillink, Marissa. It's what it is it's an app to help you to find trails to skate near where you live. So like wherever you live, you would filter it down to try and find the best road for skating. Unfortunately, they don't have roller skates, but I think they either have skateboard or rollerblading. I don't remember which one. But if you narrow it down to trails that are good for those, usually skating, like roller skating on them, is totally fine. Also just got my first pair of jam plugs, fell a bunch of times, but had loads of fun figuring out different ways to stop and new moves. Yeah, when I first got my jam plugs, I remember, I think it might have been last year. Like I think for Christmas, I got my first pair of jam plugs last year. And I just like was so baby giraffe with it. Like I was struggling so hard because when you switch from toe stops to jam plugs, it's just a completely different way of skating. Like you definitely, I don't know, like I was over reliant on my toe stops. So when I got jam plugs, I just like fell 8 million times because I kept thinking that my toe stops were going to be there, but my jam plugs were there and they did not stop me in the way that a toe stop would stop me. So, yeah. What types of stopping do you suggest when just skating around? To be honest, it just depends on what you feel the most comfortable with. Like most of the time, I am turnaround toe stopping. Like I would say 85% of the time that I'm skating, especially when I'm trail skating or when I'm skating the streets or when I'm skating on the ramp or in derby, I'm doing a turnaround toe stop. And then most of my other time, I'm either just like slowing myself down with a T stop or a plow. And sometimes I do like a spin to take a little speed out of what I'm doing. Because I did realize that like I always turn around toe stopped. And then I started dance skating and using jam plugs all the time. And then I was like, wait, how do I stop fast when I'm on these skates? Like, this doesn't make any sense. Like with a jam plug, what do I do? And yeah, it turns out you have to figure out alternate ways to do it. And what I tended to do when I'm skating with my jam plugs is I tend to default to a T stop. We're all in this together. That is very true. Oh yeah, that is mulled wine is, but be careful that it floors you. Yes, it does, and that's why I don't drink it every day. But I do like having it during the holidays. I also like doing like the fun drinks that are like a Bailey's and coffee or like a hot chocolate with Kahlua, like that kind of stuff during the holidays. So fun. You know what else is really good? Not that this is like all about drinks and beverages, but coquito, so bomb. I have a friend who makes vegan coquito and it is so good. So so good. Um Yeah, I've actually never done okay, so you're looking for a good home recipe for mulled wine. The store-bought mix isn't good. Only had good mulled wine at restaurants. Yeah, I kind of just like make my own based off of whatever I have in my kitchen. So I don't necessarily have a recipe for mulled wine, but yeah, I just tend to like I also sometimes just Google it and I'm like, okay, what's similar to this stuff that I have that I could throw together? Has anyone ever tried skates that bind to your shoe? You know what? I've always wanted to try those. I mean, when I was young, like when I was little, I had those skates that are like the Fisher Price ones that like they're like Velcro and they attach to your shoe. And I always thought that those were like the coolest. And now like Flanners has those that you can click on. Like it's a regular shoe, like a sneaker or something like that. And then it has something on the bottom where you could click it on to a plate. And then you just like can go and then you can click them off and then go and like walk or whatever. And I have always, always, always wanted to try those, but they are definitely pricey and I do not have any spare monies right now. Ooh, so get non-bleached tea. Oh, we got a recipe. Non-bleached tea sacks, pop cinnamon sticks, ginger, and cloves in them, and then a wee touch of vodka and sugar in the wine, and slowly heat it. Oh, yep, that sounds amazing. Hey, y'all, watching from the UK. Uh, Quick question: skating with a broken wrist, yay or nay? So here's the thing. I'm not gonna tell you not to do something. Like, I'm not gonna tell you, like, don't skate with a broken wrist. And I've definitely seen people who have skated with broken wrists. But I will tell you that the risk to re-injury is really high when you skate with something that's previously injured. And so you just kind of have, or actively injured, you just kind of have to decide whether that risk is worth it or not. I think also like different types of skating are less risky than others, and also your level of skating matters. Like, I think that if a beginner was to break their wrist and then was like wanted to try skating again, I would say you should maybe hold off because you'll probably end up hurting yourself worse. But if someone who is a little bit more advanced was like, "Oh, I broke my wrist, but then I just want to go on a trail skate." Like, I don't know, I think it's kind of just up to you. Like, obviously, you can't predict the random of the road or whatever it is that you're going to skate on. So there's never a complete, I mean, skating is never completely safe. And definitely when you have a broken wrist, that also makes it not safe. But also, yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I'm not giving you a real answer because I'm not about to say, like, yeah, go skate with your broken wrist. But I'm also not about to say, like, don't do that. I'm going to control your life. Andy says, have you heard or tried Bont skates? I got mine this summer and absolutely love them. You're amazing, by the way. Oh, thanks, Andy. So I have heard of them and I have tried them on, but I haven't skated in them. So I've tried them on. I thought they were super comfortable. I have several friends who skate in Bonts. Jessica Savage is one of them, and she is absolutely in love with her Bonts. I've heard really, really good things about Bonts. Again, I would love to like build my skate collection, like own all of these skates, but like that's really expensive. And so I definitely don't have the money to do that. So yeah. But yeah, I definitely think I've heard they're very reputable as a brand, and two, they're really good skates. I think that Bond skates have the ones that heat form to your foot, like heat molding, I think that Bonds have. I'm not sure if all of them do, but I know some of them do. Yeah, Coquito's so good. I made Coquito last year and it was incredible. I probably made too much actually though. So I think I definitely will make Coquito again. I'm still on the fence about whether or not I'm going to make tamales this year. I made tamales last year and it was a lot of work. They were delicious and I absolutely loved them, but it was definitely a lot of work. So, I don't know. So I'm trying to decide whether or not to make tamales again this year. Oh yeah, orange rind too. Oh, there's a pop-out wheels too. Those look neat. Yes, those are super cool. I went to buy those like a few months ago because I saw them on TikTok and I thought, oh my God, this would be so fun to try and like turn into a video. But the weight limit is less than how much I weigh. So I was not about to spend $300 on something that my weight limit was too much for. So yeah. So that's what was going on there. But they're super cool. I think that they like look dope and I also think that they are a cool concept. I don't know how well they skate or not though. I can't speak to that necessarily. Is it possible to clean skates if the wheels or the shoe gets dirty? Yes, 1000%. I actually have a video on my channel called How to Clean Your Skates. So I'd recommend looking at that. You can clean the actual skates themselves. It's different if they are like PVC uppers versus like suede or leather uppers, but you could still clean them. You could clean your wheels, but you want to make sure to take out your bearings before you clean your wheels because you're going to want to clean your bearings differently than you'll clean your wheels. And you can like clean and wash your laces. Like you can definitely clean all the things on your skates. I'm not a good example of this though, because like my yellow skates, for example, they're so dirty right now. And like I really should clean them. Maybe I'll like go live and just like clean my skates with y'all because I cannot be I cannot be held accountable to actually clean my skates if I'm by myself. Ah, great advice. Thank you for your reply. Yeah, of course. Firstborn unicorn. Ooh, cool name. Is it normal for the boot to touch the wheel? No. If your boot is touching your wheel, there's a problem. You need to problem solve that. It might be that the trucks are too loose and you need to tighten the trucks. It might be that the skates are mounted incorrectly. It could be a lot of things. But definitely that is not normal. If the boot touches the wheel, that's bad. You need to get it fixed. Pop-out wheels like Heelys? No, it's like, okay. It's like, they're like, oh my gosh, I don't even remember what they look like. They look like Fila shoes, but then there's these little wheels that like are on each side, and then you click your heels together or you click your shoes together, and then they like pop out on all the ends of the skate. And then they look like roller skates, but they're really like these like sneakers that have these wheels. But then the wheels are like very small. Like they are like this big. This big. Yeah. Also, I want to get a pair of Heelys because that sounds fun, and I haven't tried Heelys since I was a kid. And I wonder if I would suck at them now or if I would actually be like pretty okay at them. It's a different center of gravity than roller skating when you have Heelys. Why is there a weight limit? I agree that that is sketch and that they should definitely not have a weight limit. Maybe it's because they're not made well. Maybe it's because they are not actually quality. That's what I would guess. But that's just an assumption. I don't actually know that. They are the plastic Chicago's. Yeah, anytime you have plastic for much of your skate, especially if you have plastic for the hardware, that's going to be an issue. A lot of times the plastic will flex, or the plastic will break, or the plastic will not be strong enough to hold up certain amounts of weight, or will lean over and touch the wheel. So that is just something to watch out for sure. Yeah, it's definitely not safe. Not at all. Which is one of the reasons why, like, when I made that video about the angel skates that are also definitely not safe, like, me just leaning over and the boot touching the wheel, like, that is a big warning sign. Like, you are not safe. Yeah. Does anyone else have any questions? So I'm going to release a video tomorrow, and it's about queer prom. I'm hosting a queer roller skating prom in Long Beach, California at Pigeon's Roller Rink, and it is in 2 weeks, and I'm super, super excited. I am doing like the whole prom shebang. So there's going to be like prom royalty, and there's going to be like a dance competition. I'm on YouTube Live.
Oh, I was like, you don't feel like you're teaching.
No, I'm not teaching. I'm on YouTube Live. Shove just came home and was like, "What are you doing?" Well, I'm on YouTube. So I'm hosting a queer prom. I'm really excited about it. And if you are available on November 13th, you should come because it's going to be really, really fun. It's going to be the most epic, like, date night or just hang out fun night. Straight people and queer people are welcome. It's not just a prom for queer people, but it's designed with queer people in mind, meaning as long as you are a queer ally, then you are free to come. And if you want to come to the queer prom, all you have to do is go to www.cheerstothequeers.com and get your tickets there. So that's an exciting thing that's happening. Also, my little baby website, Cheers to the Queers, has a new rebranding. So I'm going to have a bunch of new stickers, and like there's a new logo, and there's going to be some new shirts, and there's going to be sweatshirts popping up really, really soon. I highly encourage you, if you are a person who likes shopping for Christmas for yourself or for other people, that you use my shop as a way to buy gifts for people, because that makes me do a happy dance, and there's some pretty cool stuff on there. Host one in the UK and I'll go there. Oh my gosh, I would absolutely love to host a queer prom at a bunch of places, or host rollouts at a bunch of places. Is Pigeon selling those rentals when the pop-up rink is done? I don't know that, but I'm assuming the answer is no. I would assume that Pigeon is going to use the rentals for like other pop-ups. That would be my guess. Yeah, it's hard because I know a lot of people live far away, but if you want to like contribute to it, because it is raising money for the center for the Long Beach City, the Center, which is the LGBTQIA plus center in Long Beach. So it's raising money for it. So if you want, you can sponsor a queer person to go, which you can do by going to the site. And there's like a ticket you can buy to sponsor a person who wants to go but can't afford it, which has been like a really cool thing that people who don't live close and want to like contribute or be part of it have been doing, which is really great. Yeah. All right. Does anyone have any last minute questions? Because it's been about 30 minutes. Oh, good night, Queer Runner. Thank you so much. I love you too. Everyone, y'all are so awesome. Thanks for hopping on here. I will be putting out a couple new videos this week. Sorry there wasn't anything today. Again, Halloween, and also me just being not the best cook / not the best person who's aware of what's been sitting out. Oops. But yeah, I love you all so much. Cheers to the queers. I will talk to you later. Usually I live stream on Sundays. It used to be more consistent, but now it's kind of random because I realized that I was like stopping everything to live stream. But yeah, so currently it's on Sundays. I think that come January, I'm going to kind of revamp how I approach YouTube when it comes to live and decide on like certain days that I'll go live. But yeah. What are new dance moves are you currently working on? I am currently working on spinning on one foot. I suck at it so bad. I'm also currently working on toe spins, because right now I can do the heel toe spins, but I'm working on toe spins, and then I'm working on one-footed spins, and then I'm also working on just like more flow. You know how sometimes you're like, I have all these different moves, but I don't know how to make them flow together? That's what I'm working on a lot right now. All right. Love you all so much. I will talk to you later. Have a wonderful night and see you next time. Bye, everybody.